Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at 20 illegal building techniques, so let's get into it. So starting off, we got something that every Lego builder has built, but this is illegal because if you look at the bottom there, there's like a little kind of arch there, and over time this can wreck your pieces, but it's actually kind of controversial because in a set, Lego actually put a piece like this, but the reason why this is different is because when it's a tile, it fits in perfectly fine. And if you kind of look at the bottom of the tile, there's a little kind of like gap, I guess you could say. Just because of that, it makes it fine. So next up, we got a very simple trick where you can make two bricks. They kind of go side by side. All you need is a couple tiles and your bricks. You just stick them in to the bottom there, and they hold in pretty nice. They're a little loose sometimes, but then you just stick the other brick on the other side, and it'll go right in. And there you've got your double-sided brick. So next up, it's kind of like the last one, except it uses a Technic pin instead. There's like a little gap in between the Technic pin or between the two bricks, but it holds together a lot better than the previous one. This is probably one of my favorite on this list, and I see a lot of people use this. It just takes these couple of pieces and you just stack them together, and you can make like a bendable Lego wall. Now, I've seen people use this all the time in their mocks and stuff, and it just works really well, and it can roll. So, yeah, it's just, you can make it any shape, you can make it as big as you would like. And the reason this is illegal, because if you look down here, kind of at the bottom here, you can see those little cylinder pieces are kind of like at an angle. So there's like, it's putting stress on them. Alright, well, it's time to bust out your minifigures, and we're going to be doing something a little gruesome. You're going to grab them and rip their hands off. You end up having a bunch of torsos that look like this. Anyways, the reason we need all these hands is because if you take a plate, flip it over, you can actually take these minifigure hands and put them in the bottom here. And once you get a bunch of them and get the whole thing all filled up, you get something like this. Now this is pretty cool. It can be used as like a roof. I've seen people use this in their mocks and stuff. And yeah, it's just a very interesting design, but hey, it works. Alright, let's just roll on into this next one. Get it? Sorry, bad pun. Anyways, this one might be my favorite on the list because you can roll it around, it looks very cool, and it's pretty simple to make. So you just take these little flower pieces and stick them inside this kind of circle inverted tile, and you just stick it on a brick, Travis brick here. So you just make a bunch of these, you can just stick it on in all different ways. There's a specific way you gotta do it. You can Google it or something, or watch me here put it together. And for the very bottom one, it's a little different. You gotta put the stud in the opposite way, so have the actual stud part of the stud sticking up instead of down, so that it can go right on into the Travis brick right here. This one's pretty interesting, and I'm probably going to start using this one in some of my mocks. You just super simply take an arch piece and a 1x1 plate here, and it actually fits in right there, and it just makes some really nice little architecture. Now this right here is illegal, and reason that it's illegal is because if you look at it, you can see it won't push in all the way. I'll put pressure on it and it just won't go in because it just does not line up with the Technic piece. But this right here is perfectly legal because it's only one stud. So when it's only one stud, it's fine. No, it's putting zero stress on the brick here. It's just super simple to do. It's time to get your minifigures out again, but don't worry, we won't be taking hands off, we'll be taking legs off.
That won't be necessary.
So there's a couple in here, but it's pretty much just when you remove the legs of minifigures, you have a lot more different ways that you can pose your minifigure rather than just like having its legs out to sit. You can sit it like this, and it's super easy to do. You're just gonna take two 1x2 plates, stack them up, and then take your little leg pieces, just attach them like this, and you can experiment with these and find all different ways to use this. And you just want to take your minifigure torso and stick it up there, and you've got a sitting minifigure. You can also do it like this to have them kneeling, and just remove the leg and then flip around the remaining leg, and then you can just fold it back so that that leg's going back. Take the leg that you ripped off your minifigure and put it in the stud right in front there, and now he's kneeling. You can also make your minifigures sitting just like this, like they're sitting on a brick or something, and this is super simple to do. Just get where you want your minifigure to sit, take the torso and stick it on there, and then take both your detached legs here, and you just want to put them right in front of the minifigure. It looks like they're just sitting down. Now this one's not technically illegal, it actually was put in a LEGO Ninjago set, but it's still a pretty cool build to do. You just need to take one of these really tall, clear bricks here, and you can just stick some 1x1 round flat little studs in here, and they'll kind of go in. You can get them all how you like them. Alrighty, for this one, you're going to need to go and grab your levers, and this time we will be ripping the arms off of levers. Yay! Yeah, you gotta do this, and this is fine, doesn't harm your pieces at all. Just gotta make sure you don't lose this piece. And then you want to take just anything to stick these on. You want to take your lever pieces, you want 2 of them. Once you get them on there, you can take a flat little window pane piece, and actually it sticks right in here pretty nicely, and it works out pretty good. So if you want like a railing or just a new window design, it works, but it actually puts stress on those little lever pieces just because the window pane's too big. This one's super simple. You've probably done this before when you're bored or something, but you just take 2 clip pieces and they just snap right together, and you see just like that. It's just kind of a strange connection. I don't know about you, but I used to do this technique all the time when I was a kid. I would take these studs and put them in between the plates here, and then I have to get them all out. It was a mess. And next up, you're going to take your skeleton, specifically a Lego Minecraft skeleton, and we are going to be ripping off his arm. Okay, once you got your skeleton arm, you take some 1x1 bricks, and you can actually stick them in. It's kind of difficult. Okay, here we go. Stick them in just like that, and you'll get a weird thing that looks kind of like this. I don't know what you use this for, but, you know, it's there. Alrighty, it's time to get out your cheese wedges for this next technique. So for this technique, we use these cheese wedges to be able to get a double-sided plate here. You just take them, put them in just like this. Kind of difficult. Once you get it in there, you just take the top lid and you can make a cheese wedge sandwich. Next up, we got this weird cube thingy that has opposite studs on all sides of this don't know what you use this for, but it's kind of difficult to get together once you figure it out. It's a little unsturdy too, but you can kind of see how I put this together using these pieces here, and once you get all these, just kind of one of these will hold all of this together. Just kind of snaps on just like this. And there you go. Next up we got this piece. So I actually used this technique pretty recently when I modified the Private Drive set, but actually you take one of these bricks with a hole in it and a brick with a stud on the side and you put them together. It looks pretty normal until you zoom in really close. You can kind of see here how it's off a little bit and it doesn't go together perfect. So that kind of puts stress on the bricks when they're all snapped together, and that's not good for your Lego because that's how they break. This next one I've tried to use in mocks before, but was surprised to find out it did not work. You actually take some of these little bracket pieces and put them on the bottom of something just like this, right next to each other. I thought this would totally work, but no, it does not. If you look, there's a little crack, and this does not go together right. It's kind of strange. I really thought this would work. Alrighty, so for this one here, this is a very strange one, but you can just do this. Don't know why you'd want to use this though. There's actual legal ways you can do something like this, but while building this, I broke a piece. Can we get a RIP in the comments for this red brick I am naming David? But this is what these illegal building techniques can do. They can break your Legos. So for our very final build here, we have another interesting one with a clip piece. You actually take a brick, there's like this little hole in the middle, and you can actually stick this clip into it, and it goes kind of up and down. I don't know if you want to get interesting angle on a build or something, but yeah, it's pretty simple to do. That is going to be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments how many of these you've never seen before, or how many of them that you decided to build today. And I want to thank you guys all for watching, and just don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.